experts say you're more likely to get hurt crossing the street than you are flying. These, of course, would be the street crossing experts. But that doesn't make me feel any less frightened of flying. If anything, it makes me more afraid of crossing the street. As soon as the light turns green, I run across the street as fast as I can, screaming like a mad woman. I arrive on the other side, out of breath, wheezing and clutching my stomach. Welcome to Flight 666, a direct flight to the worst airline experience of your life. Please keep your seat in a fully upright position as we expect this to be a turbulent flight. Join me as we dive into the hilarious horrors of The Plain Truth by Ellen DeGeneres. I felt edgy the moment I stepped into the aircraft. That could be why I snapped at the woman in front of me. In my defense, she did ask a pretty stupid question. Excuse me, where's seat 27B? I mean, really? But I see now that I overreacted when I screamed at her. Well, moron, you walk in the only direction you can. It's the 27th row, seat B, next to seat A, all right? It was only when the woman turned around to look at me that I saw she was a nun. I guess that sort of hat-like thing she wore on her head should have given me a clue. I tried to apologize by smiling and giving her a playful punch on the arm to let her know I was joking. Well, either my playful punch carried more of a wallop than I intended, or her advanced years made her frailer than she appeared. But the nun shouted, "Ow!" You know, that bruise could have easily been there before I hit her. My good friend Jasmine told me that a good way to combat fear is to chant. So all the way to my seat, I was chanting, "I'm going to die, I'm going to die, oh sweet Lord, I'm going to die." It didn't work. If anything, I was more petrified when I got to my seat. Even seeing the familiar face of the nun in 27B, who seemed to flinch when she saw me, didn't calm me down. So here I am, sitting at my seat. Ah! What was that? We're going to crash! Oh, I wish I hadn't shouted that out loud. It was just the beverage cart. Now, the sister is going to turn on that little air thing above her. Maybe I'm paranoid, but I think it takes power away from the plane somehow. Sister, don't use that. Shut it off. Shut it off! The nun just left to find a different seat. Some people are so touchy. I'm sure she didn't learn that little hand gesture in her convent either. I've got to relax somehow. Why didn't I think of this sooner? I'll recline my seat. Oh, that makes all the difference. That 3/4 of an inch between upright and reclined is the difference between agony and ecstasy. I never thought 3/4 of an inch could mean so much. I'd better not get too comfortable because the flight attendant is going to say, "You're going to have to put your seat in the upright position for landing." They're so adamant about that every single time. Like that's going to make a difference. Because if we crash, the investigators are going to say, "Oh, that's a shame. Her seat was reclined 3/4 of an inch. When will they learn? What was that? 30,000 feet? She could have made that if only she'd been upright." I'm still freaking out. I know what I need. A flight attendant, oh ma'am. You have to talk nice to the flight attendants because they all have this attitude. And they can afford to have the attitude because they have the power. They have the peanuts. They have these 6 peanuts that we need. 6 peanuts. Somebody could offer that to you on the street and you'd say, "I don't want that. Get that away from me. 6 peanuts? Nuh-uh." Somehow they know that the higher we go, the more we need nuts, and we go crazy if we don't get them. "Miss, I didn't get my peanuts, and I really appreciate if you gave me some." "Oh, they're good, aren't they? I've never been able to get them on the ground either, at least not ones this good." "What was that? We're going to crash!" "Oops, false alarm. It's just the food cart coming down the aisle. We do get excited about that, don't we? Oh, here comes the cart. Put down the tray. They're starting on the other side first. Hurry, hurry! Those people over there, they're eating. Those people are eating. Any kind of meat that you get has grill marks on each side. Like somehow we'll actually believe there's grill on the front of the plane. And salads are always 2 pieces of dead lettuce and a dressing that comes in an astronaut package. As soon as you open it, it's on your neighbor's lap. Could I just dip my lettuce, ma'am? That's a lovely skirt. What is that, silk? But, you know, club soda is gonna get that stain out immediately. That's the answer to anything you ask up here. Excuse me, I have an upset stomach. Club soda, be right back. Excuse me, I spilled something. Club soda, be right back. Oh, the wing's on fire. Club soda, be right back. I thought the food would make me feel less frightened, but it didn't. If anything, I think my only hope of escaping my mind-numbing fear is to sleep and perchance to dream. The only trouble is when I fall asleep on a plane, I always have a nightmare. Oh, sweet Lord, I'm going to die!